Welcome to one of the most breathtaking drives on Earth. This is the Icefields Parkway, 230 kilometers of pure, untamed beauty, cutting through the heart of the Canadian Rockies. Stretching from Lake Louise to Jasper, this legendary route takes you on a journey across glaciers, turquoise lakes, ancient forests, and towering peaks, every turn offering a postcard-worthy view. Constructed in the 1930s during the Great Depression, the Icefields Parkway was built not just as a route, but as a passage through some of the most remote and rugged terrain in North America. Today, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, protected as part of Banff and Jasper National Parks. It's not just a road, it's a journey into deep time. Much of the scenery here was shaped by ancient glaciers that still cling to the mountaintops. Keep your eyes peeled. This road is alive. You might spot mountain goats climbing steep cliffs, elk grazing in the valleys, or even a black bear roaming the forests. But remember, admire from a distance. This is their home. This isn't just a drive. It's a reminder of how small we are and how wild, beautiful, and alive this planet still is. So roll down your windows, breathe in that crisp mountain air, and let the Icefields Parkway carry you through time, through wonder, and through one of the last true frontiers on Earth. After trekking 1.3 kilometers through slick, muddy trails, we've finally arrived at Bow Summit Viewpoint. And the reward? A view that looks like nature dipped its brush into pure magic. Welcome to Peyto Lake. But beyond the camera clicks and the postcards, Peyto is a place to pause, to breathe in the crisp alpine air, and to feel small in the best way. So if you're heading to the Rockies, don't just pass it by. Let Peyto Lake remind you of the wild beauty that still exists, untouched, unfiltered, and unforgettable. The mountains here are more than just scenery, they're storytellers. Look closely and you'll see layers of rock sculpted over hundreds of millions of years, shaped by ice, wind, and fire. Each peak a monument to nature's patience and power. From the serrated edges of Mount Chephren and the imposing walls of Cirrus Mountain to the snow-draped shoulders of Mount Athabasca, these giants line the horizon like sentinels of stone. Every turn along the parkway reveals a new masterpiece. Sunwapta Pass, where mist clings to the ridges. Big Bend, where the road curves like a ribbon at the foot of mountains that scrape the sky. In the early morning, sunlight ignites the peaks in fiery orange. By evening, shadows stretch across the valleys, and the mountains seem to whisper their ancient secrets. Whether you're driving, hiking, or just pulling over to stare in awe, the Icefields Parkway isn't just a road, it's a journey through the soul of the Rockies. So, slow down, look up, and let the mountains remind you how wild and wondrous the world can be. The Icefields Parkway isn't just a scenic drive, it's a hiker's paradise. From short trails like Mistaya Canyon and Peyto Lake viewpoint, to longer adventures like Wilcox Pass and the epic Parker Ridge Trail, there's something for every skill level. Want waterfalls? Try Sunwapta Falls. Craving alpine views? Bow Summit delivers. Each hike brings you face-to-face with glaciers, wildflowers, and jaw-dropping mountain vistas. So lace up your boots, the Rockies are calling. Icefields Parkway is a road where time isn't just seen, it's frozen. Here, nestled between towering peaks and sweeping valleys, are some of the most accessible and awe-inspiring glaciers in North America. These rivers of ice have shaped the land for thousands of years, carving deep valleys, feeding turquoise lakes, and reminding us of Earth's colder, wilder past. The crown jewel is the Athabasca Glacier, part of the massive Columbia Icefield, a frozen expanse so vast, it feeds rivers that flow into 3 different oceans. Standing at the edge of the glacier, you can hear the wind whisper across ancient ice and feel the chill of a world that once covered this entire region. You can walk right up to it, or even ride across it, stepping onto ice that's hundreds of meters thick and over 10,000 years old. The Glacier Skywalk, perched high above the Sunwapta Valley, offers a glass floor view of plunging cliffs and icy depths, a true test of courage and awe. And it's not just Athabasca. Along the parkway, you'll glimpse Saskatchewan Glacier, Dome Glacier, and Stutfield Glacier, each clinging to mountainsides, slow-moving and silent, but very much alive. These glaciers are more than just frozen landscapes. They're water sources, climate indicators, and natural wonders disappearing before our eyes. Every crack, every melt stream tells a story of change. So as you travel this iconic route, take a moment, stand still, listen, let the glaciers speak, because they are ancient and their silence is powerful. You can take a break at one of the rest areas along the Icefields Parkway, fuel up your tank, grab a bite to eat, or even spend the night in one of the cozy roadside cabins. The Icefields Parkway isn't just a road through the mountains. It's a passage through one of the wildest ecosystems in North America. Here, among the towering peaks and alpine meadows, nature thrives. This is grizzly country, elk territory, and home to some of Canada's most iconic wildlife. Early morning light often reveals herds of elk grazing near the tree line, their antlers catching the sunrise like ancient crowns. In spring, you might spot bighorn sheep scaling steep cliffs with impossible grace, or mountain goats perched high above, defying gravity. Keep your eyes on the roadside. You might just glimpse a black bear lumbering through the underbrush, or, if you're lucky, a grizzly making its slow, powerful way across the valley. These are wild animals, majestic, unpredictable, and best admired from a safe distance. Look up and the skies are alive too. Golden eagles, ravens, and even the occasional bald eagle ride the thermals overhead. Down by rivers and lakes, beavers, marmots, and the elusive pine marten quietly go about their lives. At dusk, the parkway changes. Shadows stretch across the forest, and the sounds of the day fade into stillness. That's when the shyest animals begin to stir. Wolves, lynx, and the mysterious wolverine. Rare but always watching. This is not a zoo. There are no fences, no enclosures, only wilderness. The animals here live as they have for centuries, and we are the visitors. So as you explore the Icefields Parkway, remember, you're not just passing through a national park, you're stepping into the wild. As you wind your way along the Icefields Parkway, there's one turn that takes your breath away, literally. Welcome to Big Bend. This massive sweeping curve carves its way around the mountainside like a ribbon of road dropped from the sky. It's more than just a sharp turn. It's a front row seat to the majesty of the Canadian Rockies. To your left, cliffs rise dramatically. To your right, the valley falls away, revealing glaciers, waterfalls, and layers of ancient rocks shaped by time and ice. It's a place that stops you mid-journey, not because you have to, but because you'll want to. Take it slow, roll down the windows, let the moment sink in, because Big Bend isn't just part of the drive, it's one of its most unforgettable highlights. watch more videos like this, please subscribe to Clueless Travels.